Okay, now let's discuss about all the 5 programs asked in Whitehead Junior Online Coding Test using C language. First program is find out the area of the square inscribed inside a circle. So for that you are having the code here. For finding out the area of the square inscribed inside a circle, we have derived a formula in our previous video. That is 2 into r square. See, for that you need radius value. You need to get radius value using scanf. Don't use printf here, right? See, directly you can use scanf. Using scanf, you are just going to get r value. I am giving 7 as a value here. Using that 7, we are just going to print the area. Area is equal to 2 into r into r. R value is 7. 7 into 7 is 49. 49 into 2 is 98. That will be printed here using printf statement, right? So this is your first program. Second program is finding out the square root of the first number is equal to cube root of the second number, right? For that you need two input. Those two input can be obtained from scanf statement ampersand a and ampersand b, right? In a, 4 will be stored here, that is the first number, and in b, 8 will be stored, that is the second number. After getting this two input, we are just going to find out square root of a first number, that is a, cube root of a second number, that is b, right? After finding it out, we are just going to assign those values to variable x and variable y, right? Then we are just going to compare the value of x and y. You can see here, if x is equal to y, it will print value as 1, else it will print value as 0. Okay. So now we are giving the input 4 and 8. Square root of 4 is 2, cube root of 8 is 2. Both the values are equal, so it will print 1 as the output. So this is your second program. In third program is multiples of a given number up to the given length, right? See, for that it is specifically mentioned that you need to use a function, right? So I will explain here. Since we are going to use mathematical operations inside, we are importing math.h, okay? And this is nothing but a prototype of the functions we are going to use, right? So inside a main function, we are getting two inputs, number and the length, right? 7 is a number and length is 10. So the multiples will be printed from 7 till 10, right? 7 tables will be printed till the limit 10, right? Afterwards, we are going to use the loop for execution from 1 to 10. Okay, so since we are going to we need to calculate mul value, right? Num comma I is the value we are passing. Num is 7. Initially I value is 1. 7 comma 1 will be passed to the mul function, right? Here we are having the mul function. So these two inputs will be passed here, and here the output will be calculated as num star I. Initially number is 7. It won't be changed, right? I is equal to 1. 1 will be passed, 7 into 1 will be calculated and returned back to the main function. Here 7 will be printed. For I is equal to 2, number is equal to 7, right? It will go back to the function and calculate 7 into 2. 7 into 2 is 14 now. It will be returned back to the main function. 14 will be printed, right? Again, for I is equal to 3, number is equal to 7, it will call the function. Clear? Now it will return back to subfunction and it will calculate 7 star 3. The value we are having is 7 into 3 is 21. It will return the result back to main again. It will go, the loop will execute till 10, so that we are having the answer as 7, 14, 21, 28 till 70. I hope you understand. Okay, fourth program is swapping of strings. Here we need to get two strings. Those two strings are obtained from scanf statement, percentages in the sense we are just going to use a string. For that you need to import string.h. Using variable a and b, we are obtaining two strings, right? Initially, you can initialize the temporary variable here. In a temporary variable, we are just going to copy the string a. String a here is Nelson. We are just going to copy the string a to t. Now T is equal to Nelson. What is A then? For A, we are going to copy Mandela. Okay. Now T is equal to Nelson, A is equal to Mandela. Okay. Next string copy, B is equal to temp is the variable we are going to copy. You know, temp is Nelson. Now B will become Nelson, and what is A? A is Mandela. You can print the variables now, A comma B. You know, after copying, the variable value here is Mandela, A is Mandela and B is Nelson. After swapping the string, you will have Mandela and Nelson. Clear? Okay, this is fourth program, and fifth program is Armstrong number. For Armstrong number calculation, I have already uploaded a video. Again, I am explaining, I am giving the number as 153. You need to calculate the cubes of individual digit and sum it up. After summing it up, you just check whether the obtained value is equal to the original number. 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube is 153. So it is equal to original value. It has to return the output as 1. So this is the concept behind Armstrong number. How we need to calculate in the sense, using the while loop, we are just going to calculate this. Okay. Initially, we are getting the variable value as 153 and we are assigning that variable to temp. Okay. So now you will calculate R value. R value is n modulo 10. Now I will execute it for you. See, we are checking whether n is greater than 0. Now 153 is the value of n, and 153 is greater than 0. It will go and execute the loop. R is equal to 153 modulo 10. So modulo will return a remainder. So remainder will be 3. Sum is equal to sum plus R cube. R cube is 3 cube. 3 cube is 27. So sum here we are having the value 0. You can see here sum is initialized to 0. So 0 plus 27 is equal to 27. Sum value is 27 now. N value is 153 divided by 10. It is 15. Division in the sense it will retain only the quotient. We are having R value, sum value and N value. Right. So again it will go for execution of the loop. Condition checking, n is greater than 0. We are having n value as 15. 15 is greater than 0. It will start execution inside the loop. R is equal to, you know, R is equal to previous. What is previous R? Sorry, R is equal to n modulo 10, right? N modulo 10. So n modulo 10 is equal to, previous n is 15. 15 modulo 10 is equal to 15 modulo 10 in the sense it will return only the remainder. So it will have 5. Sum is equal to sum plus R cube. So previous sum is 27. 27 plus R cube here is 5 cube 125, right? So you will have 152, right? Next it will calculate n value. N is equal to n by 10. So initially in the previous value n is 15. 15 modulo 10. 15 divided by 10 is equal to 1. Quotient, it will return a quotient. So you are having n value 1 is greater than 0. Okay. Now you are having R value. R is equal to 1 modulo 10. 1 modulo 10 is 1. So it will calculate the sum. Sum is equal to 152 plus, what is R cube? 1 cube is 1 is equal to 153. Right. Now n value is equal to 1 divided by 10. It is 0 point something. Right. Then it will check for the condition temp is equal to sum. What is the sum? Final sum value we are having? Sum value is 153. So initially temporary variable is n. N is 153. Whatever the input that we have given is 153 is equal to sum. So it will print 1 as a value. Else it will print 0 as a value. So all the 5 programs are explained in this video. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching.